Alright, moving on. In the history of Bond, we have Goldfinger, which was released in 1964 and directed by Guy Hamilton, because the previous director of the previous two films, Terrence Young, was unavailable. So Guy Hamilton stepped in. He was relatively new, but I think he did a very good job. I think so far, in the ones I've watched, this is the best of Connery's films so far. And the theme song solidifies it by Shirley Bassey, I think her name is. Fantastic theme song. It gave me goosepimples when I was listening to it. Goldfinger. Let's talk about the cast. First of all, returning from previous films, Sean Connery is James Bond, of course, 007. Bernard Lee is M. Lois Maxwell is Miss Moneypenny, and Desmond Llewellyn is Q. Felix Leiter does return, but in what would become a sort of a running gag with the character, he is now played by the actor Sek Linder, because until the Craig films, actually, I think there's I think License to Kill, he's played by someone who's played him previously, but other than that, I don't know. I'll get to it. But, there's a difference between him and Jack Lord. They're different build, different look, but I don't know. And new characters, we have Honor Blackman as Pussy Galore. Yeah. Gert Frobe as the villain, Auric Goldfinger. Shirley Eaton as one of the Bond girls, Jill Masterson. Tanya Mallet as her sister Tilly Masterson, and Harold Sakata as Oddjob, one of the most iconic henchmen in Bond history, as he kills with his hat. This the opening scene we have here, the pre-title sequence, as you call it, has Bond coming out of the water with a duck on his head and blowing up a bomb just as he lights his cigarette, and and then he retires to his hotel room where he meets with a woman, or a hotel room, not his, because he's told not to retire to his hotel room, but he goes to a hotel room with this woman, and there's an assassin in there, the woman's in on it, and he throws him into the bathtub, and then throws this fan in there, and it electrocutes him, and he goes, shocking. And then the woman's like, oh, and he's like, positively shocking. And then, we get the title sequence, which is just fantastic. Fantastic. So after the title sequence, Bond is with a woman named Dink, who I didn't mention because she's really inconsequential. This is her only scene. And he introduces Dink to Felix. Felix Leiter comes up, he introduces Dink to Felix to Dink, and says, oh, okay, Dink, say goodbye to Felix. What? Man talk. And then slaps her on the ass. You wouldn't get away with that nowadays. This is why the 60s was different. Nowadays you'd be slapped with a lawsuit and probably get a black eye or a kick in the nuts or something, Yes, so Leiter tells him that M has put him in charge of, has put Bond in charge of following one Auric Goldfinger because he has some kind of dastardly plan. And so he does. And he finds Goldfinger cheating at gin. The card game, not the alcohol. You can't cheat at alcohol. But anyway, cheating at gin. I wonder how he does that, though. It wouldn't be the big old thing sticking out of his ear, would he? How's nobody catch this? But I love this, how he's playing it. He's got a hot chick, which is Jill Masterson, up there watching it. And I like how Bond goes into the hotel, grabs the maid, and uses the key to unlock the door, and she just walks, she's like, okay, and walks off. And then he goes up to this woman who's in there, and he confronts her. He humiliates Goldfinger, and then he proceeds to have sex with Goldfinger's chick in Goldfinger's room. Why doesn't Goldfinger go up to the room? I don't know. But Then he gets knocked out by someone who stays in the shadows, but we know it's Oddjob. You see the hat. You know, if you're smart enough, you know it's Oddjob. And when he wakes up, he finds that Jill is now dead due to skin suffocation or something like that. Like, painted her completely gold, even though there's no, you know, there's no stains on the bed, nothing. She's just gold. And I like how they perfectly position, like, the chair covering her ass. She's down, so you don't see nothing there, but then you got a chair, like, positioned right in front of her ass, so you can't see it. But it's just like, how, one, can you die from skin asphyxiation? Can you do that? Because Bond tries to explain it, like, you have to make sure you leave a spot in your spinal cord unpainted or you'll suffocate. I don't understand that, I guess, but yes. By the way, this is the only time we see that. That's supposed to be his signature kill. That's the only time I think we see that in this film. So now Bond is on his trail, which, by the way, on the way there, he does run into another woman who we find out is Tilly Masterson, Jill's sister, and she wants revenge on Goldfinger for killing him, but she doesn't last long either because she ends up dead too because she gets the hat to the neck or something and breaks her neck. I don't know. What's that thing made of? I don't know. Bond movies are notably long, but there's one specific scene some people might say, oh, they could take this out, but I actually kind of like it, and it's the golf scene where Bond is playing golf with Goldfinger, and there's a thing where Goldfinger always plays with the number 1 ball. But Bond switches it with number 7, and his caddy even notices. And then at the end, he's like, well, I think I've won, Mr. Bond. And then he's like, wait, I thought you played with number 1. Yes? That's number 7. You must have lost your ball back at the 18th hole, or back at the 18th fairway, or something like that. And then at the end, he just like tosses the ball to Oddjob, who looks at it and crushes it. And I'm going, ooh, imagine if that was your actual testicles. No, but it's a fun scene. And then Bond is eventually, like, Bond gets captured because we get this presentation where he says, if you follow me again, Mr. Bond, this is going to happen to you. And he has Oddjob throw the hat at the statue and knocks the head off. What is this hat made of? Because later, Oddjob gets electrocuted. So what? I don't know, but it's really weird. Then he becomes a prisoner because Goldfinger has enough of it. That's when the whole Tilly thing happens, but he has enough of it. And he, as a prisoner, but Bond keeps getting out and sneaking in to find out about Project... I forgot it. But essentially, he's planning to steal a bunch of gold. But in all actuality, he's not planning to steal the gold. He's actually planning to irradiate the gold by detonating a nuclear bomb on it. And or detonate some kind of a bomb where it will put radiation on the gold, thus increasing the wealth of his gold more so he can be worth more. That's what he wants to do. And we have Pussy Galore, who is de facto the Bond girl of this movie. She has a couple scenes. It's in the novel, she was actually a lesbian, but I guess it's implied that she's bisexual because she does sleep with Bond. It's hinted at twice. There's one time that she sleeps with Bond, and at the end, he gets pussy under the parachute. But she has a squad of pointy-titted women. Like, I call, like, you see pictures of naked chicks from the 60s, I call them nanotits because they droop like this. I call them nanotits. They got these nanotitted women with nanotits, and she's got a squad of them to do something. And there's this final fight on a plane, and this is hinted at earlier in the film when Pussy Galore has a gun to him, and Bond says, "You can't fire a gun on a plane. If you were to break a window, the cabin would depressurize and you get shoved out the window." Something like that. What happens? Goldfinger fires the gun, it hits the window, depressurizes the cabin, and Goldfinger gets sucked out. The effect, not so good, but it's still kind of fun to see him go right through the window. And as mentioned, Oddjob does get electrocuted earlier on in the film before this, but it's really kind of stupid. But it's fun to watch. And as the plane goes down, we're led to believe that possibly they crashed. By the way, it explodes. The plane explodes as soon as it hits the water. It's water. I don't know, maybe how fast they were going did it, but I'm just saying. But you see on a radar, Emma's watching the radar, and they see something split from the plane before it crashes. They parachute it out, and then Bond gets Pussy onto the parachute. This movie is fun. This is the best one I've seen so far in the Connery version. I don't know if it's better than Goldfinger or Goldmember or GoldenEye. Goldmember. I don't know if it's better than GoldenEye, but that was Austin Powers. I like gold. By the way, why is he called Goldfinger? He has not one finger that's gold. At least all that capitalized on Goldfinger by having an ice cube. Jimmy Bond, look. Look at my finger. It's cold. I know it's cold. It was fun. This movie was fun to watch. From beginning to end, it was fantastic. You know, I don't give ratings to this, but this was fantastic. I think it's the best one I've watched so far in the Connery era. But next one is Thunderball, and that one has a little bit of a past when it comes to the history of trying to make the movie. So I'll be on that. But for now, so far, this is the best one I've watched. I keep saying that, but it was really good, man. Goldfinger's a great villain. Oddjob's a great henchman. Bond, you know, they say that there's an old adage out there that says that every Bond gives his best performance in the third film, and this is Connery's best performance so far. I don't know if it gets better, but this is his best performance. He's absolutely fantastic. Yes, some of Bond's actions in the film could be construed differently nowadays. Like, he basically forces himself on Pussy Galore, but, I don't know. I actually really like this film. So, what are your thoughts on Goldfinger? Which, by the way, that music, I think John Barry returned to do the score, but that song playing throughout the film, I like it better than constantly having the Bond theme play like they did in Dr. No. At least you go playing in the background a little bit. It's very subtle, but it's very good. So what are your thoughts on Goldfinger? Let me know in the comments below. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for watching. I've been Scotty, and I'll see you in the next one.